All right, welcome to another edition of Around Town with Chris DeVries. My special guest today, Carson Zarek, who is a Wahpeton native. And Carson has a pretty cool story. And after graduating from high school here, college, has come back. You own a business. So let's start a little bit with growing up in Wahpeton and graduating here and what it was like growing up here and what you liked about it and what then eventually brought you back.
Yeah, definitely. Well, hey, first off, thanks for having me on the show here today, Chris. I'm happy to be here with you. So I grew up in Wahpeton all 18 years of my life. My family is all from here. So I have two older brothers. They went through the Wahpeton school system, and then a younger sister that did as well. So we all graduated as a Wahpeton Husky. So I graduated in 2016, and then moved on, went to college at MSUM, played football there as well, which I'm sure we'll get into. But yeah, I mean, Wahpeton is just a good community to grow up in, as you probably know. Like, it's not, a super small town like, some of the other towns in North Dakota, but it's not super big either. So it kind of has a good middle ground feel to it, which, it was a great place to grow up and get raised by my two parents.
We're hoping to get more people like you to come back to Wahpeton and live here rather than living in Fargo, especially if you work here. We want people to live here as well. But so you played football in college. You played football for the Dragons, and you played football here. Now, remind me, you went to state at least 1 year, right?
Yeah, so we made it all 3 years to the playoffs, but never won state, unfortunately.
No, got close.
Yeah.
So then when you were done with college, what made you think about coming back here as far as wanting to then start your career?
Definitely. Yeah, so like when I graduated from MSUM in 2020 with a communication degree, and after college I was just kind of doing a few different jobs, mostly in the sales and marketing fields, so it wasn't directly related to insurance, but both gave me the skills to kind of develop into what I'm doing right now. But I had the opportunity to come down here based off the job positioning that had opened up. It was actually sometime early on in 2024. So my manager at Nodak now, there's a position that opened up, and he was looking for someone to fill it. And so one of my colleagues at Nodak, he threw my name out there and he's like, "Hey, Carson he's from Wahpeton. He's a Wahpeton native. I think he might be a good fit." And it was kind of a quid pro quo for both myself and my manager that was looking to fill the position at the time. Brought me in for an interview. We kind of gelled and clicked pretty quickly, and that's what kind of brought me back down here.
Is that the name?
Yeah, Nodak Insurance Company.
No, it's insurance company. Okay. And what's the number they can reach you?
701-640-1744. And that is an office landline. I know some people think it's a cell phone, but that is the office landline. So one aspect of the community that I'm, stretched my hand out to is the Wahpeton school system and the athletic program. So it's been really fun to, get back together with Coach Gilbertson of the football team and Coach Ralph of the basketball team. And I'm looking to cross paths with other sports within the high school. But those are some of my former coaches. And, now that I can come back to the town that I grew up in and be like, "Hey, Coach Gilbertson, what's something, you guys need on the football team that, I maybe didn't have when I was here?" He's like, "Oh, well, he's got a list of things,
I'm sure.
And the fact that I can help kind of give back to, the community that I grew up in and like the sports that I've played, and I can help make an impact that way has been pretty cool." So I was actually just over talking to Gilby yesterday. They opened up with their first home game on Friday here against Jamestown, and we were going back and forth and was able to help out with a couple things, which has just been pretty fun to do. This year, another one we were doing is like a free popcorn night. We'll definitely be reintroducing that this year. But yeah, we're always trying to think of creative ways to get involved with sports teams and making things eventful for both like the fans and the students during games. Like David Woods has been incredible to work with as far as that goes. He's not only worked with me, but a bunch of other businesses. I know one thing that's going up is a new scoreboard here. That's going to be getting implemented in the gym here. I think for this sports season for both basketball, volleyball, maybe wrestling too. But he, had a big meeting last spring with different business owners that were looking to be sponsors of this new scoreboard. And I think David Woods has done, which I know he's a friend of the show. He's on here not too long ago.
Yeah, he was.
He's been doing a really good job working with local businesses in town here to help pay for a lot of these things and also get some sponsorship. I've been back in Wahpeton for a little over a year now, so like just understanding where the community is at as a whole, whether it's through the school program, through the sports program, whatever that may be, being able to gain some knowledge about what's actually going on in the community has been huge.